to Television Tonga's news package for tonight. Making headlines, Ministry of Health honours staff that will finish their years of service by this month. 22-year-old mother appear in court after an alleged murder of a Tongan mother and her baby. And the Free Wesleyan Church continues their trial to bring together youth. These and more stories later on in this bulletin. I'm Fatai Whenga, I was your news for tonight. Her Royal Highness the Princess Lato Fuipeka Tukaho yesterday presented two Distinguished Career Award to Dr. Bernard Tuinukwafe and Sister Sela Sausini Pasi, who are retiring from the Ministry of Health this year. This was during the ministry's end-of-year prayer service, which was held at the Free Wesleyan Church's St. Paul Cathedral in Pea. Sinlatu tells you more.
Present at the ceremony was the Minister of Health, Lord Tuiafitu. In his remark, he commended the hard work conducted by the retirees throughout their dedicated years of service to the ministry. From your experiences, we have enlightened next year's theme for the overall duty, universal health governance and health in all policy. It means services that reaches all areas and aspects of life. It should also recognize those who are less fortunate and vulnerable in the communities. The services provided should also be affordable. Her Royal Highness, the Princess Latu Fuipeka, also presented other staff completing their service with the ministry this year with certificates to honor their years of service. They include officers from Vava'o, Ha'apai and Ewa. You have been very brave in your years of service. You become our helping hands, looking after the lives of the public. You were nightingales in the dark and helped those who were in need. You gave hope to those who were sick. The Minister of Health reveals that 14 staff will end their dedicated years of service in the ministry this year. The retirees not only served in Tongatapu, but also in the outer islands. For Television Tonga News, I'm Sinilatu.
A 22-year-old mother has been charged for double homicide at Wuna Lautoka last Wednesday. Biat Tasni appeared in a special magistrate court at Lautoka on Saturday morning. Christopher Shant of Fiji Broadcasting Corporation reports.
Darshani is alleged to have murdered 33-year-old Tofa Patolo and a 7-month-old baby Sarah, and also faces charges for attempting to murder 5-year-old twins Gracie and Cici and 3-year-old Anna. The accused appeared before Magistrate Penin Dalituidama, who has transferred the case to the Lautoka High Court. Magistrate Dalituidama told Darshani that the charges were indictable offences and he did not have jurisdiction over such a serious case, which is why the matter was being transferred to the High Court. Her charges were not read and no plea was taken. She has been remanded in custody until she appears in the Lautoka High Court on January 24th next year. Makoi Patolo, the husband and father of the deceased mother and daughter, was also in the special court sitting today. Patolo had a de facto relationship with Darshani, and the two have a son who turns a year old tomorrow. Outside court, police officers escorting Darshani requested the family if she could see her baby.
Yeah, we have a right from the social welfare.
Yeah.
Yeah, to stop him not to come to her.
Oh, she just wanted to see it.
She just want to see. Alright.
And make all your children and let him to see her again. We don't want the baby to go and see the mother. If there's a court order, then.
The funeral for the mother and daughter is expected to be held on Friday. The 3 children are still in a critical state at the Lautoka Hospital. Christopher Chand, FBC News.
The members of the Roman Catholic Church of the Houma Parish has conducted its first ever agricultural and handicraft show at the weekend. It aimed at preparing individuals' families in all areas of life. The men of the parish displayed their best crops and the women showed their best handicrafts during the program over the weekend at the Sacred Heart of Jesus in Houma. Sinlatu tells you more.
The guest of honor at the Homer Parish's inaugural Agriculture and Handicrafts show, like Fonevaya, as he inspected the food crops and the women's handicrafts. Other guests followed suit. A member of the organizing committee, Mele Fisiliu, told Radio Tonga News that the program was organized in the beginning of the year. The first aim of the program is to help individual families. Secondly, it could be an income for the families. Thirdly, the bishop looking after the parish hopes that this will give each family a chance to prepare themselves for every event, even if it's a church, family or national event. They hope that this will continue on through the years to come. The Homer Parish worked in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture to conduct this agricultural and handicraft show. Also present at the event was the Chief Executive Officer of the Ministry of Agriculture, Losaline Ma'asi, the Bishop of the Homer Parish, Christopher Valhea, amongst many other guests.
The Free Wesleyan Church continues the drive to bring the youth together during a choral night at the Centenary Church, Sayone in Nuku'alofa. Whanonga Veikoso with more on that story.
The youth of about 10 groups joyfully singing some of the Christmas songs during the choral night. The program put in place is to help ease school brawls and problems faced by youth. This is according to the program organizer, Reverend Siasipalu. We come together tonight to sing and praise our Savior. So tonight we make the most of it and bring the best out as a youth of God. Meantime, the head of the Free Wesleyan Church Evangelist Division, Reverend Falemantabulelomu, says this program is very important. Youth working together can stop others from fighting or consuming drugs and alcohol. Such programs also help them to build a better family, society and country. Meantime, similar program was held at the Hihifo and the Hahake district. For Television Tonga News, I'm Whanonga Veikoso.
8 men have been charged and alleged of theft and accepting stolen goods. 6 have been accused of stealing 5 cows and 2 others were alleged of accepting those stolen goods. The accused are from the villages of Belehake, Kolofo'o, Tuatakilangi, Kolomotua and Hofoa. Information from police says it has been recommended that the accused remains under custody for safety reason. This is because some of the places occupied by the accused have been destroyed by the lawful owners of the stolen goods. The bail of these men will be decided later this week. Bingo Radio has awarded nearly 9,000 pa'anga to more than 30 winners during its programs on Radio Tonga 2. Sinlatu with more on that story.
This is after prizes were awarded to some of the Bingo Radio winners last week. The first prize recently awarded in the program was presented to Sisi Lakai, 48 years old, of Bea. I feel so lucky receiving the prize, but most importantly, this will be a good Christmas for my children and grandchildren. Meantime, one winner thanked Television and Radio Tonga for enabling them to benefit from such program. I thank Radio and Television Tonga for the opportunity that we can tell the whole of Tonga how lucky we are to join this wonderful program hosted by Radio FM 90. I heard this program on Radio Tonga too and I decided to join in. The money we won from this program will provide us food and can also pay off our bills. Meanwhile, the organizer of the program, Geleneta Lufe, expressed how glad she is with this program. I thank Cool 90 FM for the support, and I am glad that this program has helped lift the Christmas spirits of these families. The prizes awarded last week was estimated at more than 2,000 pa'anga.
And that's the local news. Pacific is up next. From around the region, In the Solomon Islands, the Maritime Safety Administration and the police in the Solomon Islands are launching an inquiry into last week's ferry sinking. The administration's acting director says the MV Francis Kirena, which was on its way to North Malaita from the capital Honiara, was licensed to carry 75 passengers. Tim Harry says it appears to have had almost 400 on board as well as cargo, and the inquiry will determine those responsible for its illegal departure. Samoa's Women in Business Development is establishing what it calls a farm-to-table program to link small organic farmers with local hotels and restaurants and encourage the use of local produce. Spokesperson Famwina Tafunai says it is working with well-known Pacific chef Robert Oliver to find out what produce that the restaurants need and what the most popular products are, and develop a consistent supply system. She says the business grouping is also working with farmers to help them develop their products and will eventually develop youth-specific farm projects. That's the Pacific News. Sports is up next. In sports, the Whanau team of 4-4 takes the lead in confirming its seat in the Lavenga Malia Cup's quarter-final of the second division. According to the tournament coordinator, Tala'ofa Safi, this is the only team that has confirmed their seat in a quarter, while other 8 teams from the second and Premier Division will confirm their seat this week. He says it is evident that the teams have done a lot of prep work due to the difficulties of identifying who's continuing to the next stage of the final and who will be returning home. Mr. Safi says the winner will be made known on the blow of the whistle. The Premier Division is competing for the first prize of 30,000 pa'anga, while the second division will compete for a cash prize of 12,000 pa'anga. In cricket, the heroes from the Tuilo Mana of Taumololo defeated the Ngalufanifu team of Fafa by winning the Tonga National Cricket Committee's Cup with a score of 98-97 after the final during the weekend. The acting CEO of Tonga's Cricket Committee, Reverend Aisake Haukinima, told Radio and Television Tonga News, Afar managed to win after many challenging games between 14 local clubs, but has been made less fortunate by the Tokomololo team. He says one of the changes made for the next tournament early next year will be increasing of the over 20 to 40. He also urges the public in general to stand together in supporting this sport.